All right, so you guys know me at this point. I don't typically like to screw around with doing videos at night, mainly because the image quality isn't that fantastic, but hey, come back here. But I haven't given you guys a video on the Red Golf in a while now. I've actually been super busy kind of getting some stuff figured out for this car. We are still doing a lot of tune revisions and that kind of thing, so there really hasn't been much to film as far as tuning goes. We were running into some problems with the VNT or the turbo vane actuator for a little while, so that kind of has been hindering us a lot with kind of what we've been doing. We have a little bit of a different portion, and I don't know if I'm gonna make this the full tuning video, because obviously I would like to do a actual like a dyno video, which I think at this point is probably gonna have to be something completely separate from the rest of what we have going on right now. But that being said, if this continues to be part of the same video showing the tuning process of the TDI, then so be it. But we're actually going to be flashing the DSG today with, if it'll focus on this thing, this little bad boy right here. It's a TuneZilla tool. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of an updated DSG tune on the car. We do have one on here already. Obviously, with the amount of power that this car is making, there has been a DSG tune on it for a long time. However, one of the issues that I've been encountering with the current DSG tune is since the RPM limit in the TDI is quite high, I don't know if it's like trying to save itself or what it's doing by dumping itself out of gear about 5150 RPM, 5200 RPM. It doesn't like to rev that high, so it will drop itself into, like, not even into neutral, it will just drop itself into no gear at all. So we're going to put an updated tune file on it today that will hopefully fix that and really make these DSG shifts hit super hard. So we are going to get that guy on there, and then we're gonna go POV drive it a little bit just to kind of get some footage of how hard these shifts are going to be, and to show you guys what the limiter is like on the inside of the car, because we will hopefully be able to bounce off limiter a little bit harder this time around, and then we should be good to go from there. But I'm just going to quickly fire on my hotspot. Going to download this new tune file. So the device that we're using to flash this file is from TuneZilla. So this is the PCM Flash DSG tool that they rent out. It's a really easy tool. I've used it before. It's super fast, and I definitely prefer it over a lot of other DSG tuning methods, because literally if you have a file for it, it maybe takes like 5-10 minutes to get a DSG file onto the car. So I'm just waiting for all of this to update, and then Jesus Christ, relax. All right, so magically it is now daytime, and we're coming at you live from the iPhone camera because I don't have my GoPro or my A6400 right now. But anyways, so we're writing the new DSG file so we can get some really hardcore shifts, and then we're actually going to be going in there in a little bit and doing a little dyno with the 2872 now on the car, see how much horsepower this thing makes before I put some big old fatty injectors and some head studs in it. But yeah, so we're just writing the DSG file now, and then we're gonna do some, we're gonna have to reset the DSG adaptation and the clutch pressure just to get the new ones to relearn. And then we'll see if this thing will bang off some limiter real hard and do some really hardcore DQ250 DSG shifts. So we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so the tune file is officially on, and we're already kind of in VCDS. So if you have OBD11, these are going to be the same in, I think they're called output tests or something on VCDS, but you can still run basic settings not in VCDS, in OBD11. I believe they're called output tests. But if you go into the Autotrans module number 2 in VCDS or OBD11, go into basic settings, you're going to want to run these basic settings. 060, 061, 062, and 065. These all have to do with how your clutch engages, your synchro measurements, pressure values, and then I can't remember what the other one is, but what you're going to want to do is with the vehicle running, I have a TDI, and your DSG in park, parking brake on, and your foot firmly planted on the brake. You're gonna wanna run through all of these. So 060, go here. I already have done basic settings for all these, but I'm gonna run through them again. With all of these, the values are gonna change. So keep your foot firmly planted on the brake while these numbers are still changing until, there you go, it says basic settings on. And then you're just gonna kind of move down the list. You can go to 061, hit go, basic settings are off. I've already done this, so the numbers are gonna be the same. Run it again, and keep your foot firmly planted on the brake through all of these basic settings, because you don't want the car to move until it says on. So we're just gonna wait for this one to do it, and then you just work your way down the list. So 060, 061, 062, and 065 are all the important ones you wanna do after you do your DSG tune, and then we're gonna go and take it for a rip. I believe there is another adaptation that we can do that you have to do once the vehicle is at operating temperature for the DSG fluid, and it won't let you do it until then. So I'm gonna quickly check that and confirm. Yeah, and so that would actually be 062. So if I go over to 062, really briefly, go here, see it won't let me, error group 062 not available. So this is just because we are not at full operating temperature. My car has been sitting for a couple of hours now. So the oil temp is for the engine, not for anything else. So you're gonna need to go and test drive it. Don't beat on the car too hard if you've just done the DSG tune, and then kind of pull over with VCDS or OBD11, do group 062 once it's at operating temperature, and you should be good to go for that one as well. So I'm gonna go grab my wallet, and we're gonna go for a little test drive and see how hard this bad boy shifts. So I just realized I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to log the limiter or record the limiter without having a free hand, because it torque steers pretty hard, but we're gonna see if it'll do it in sport mode now, and disregard all of the fault codes, because we don't need to talk about that. But here, we'll try it in sport.